Welcome back, guys. Thanks for coming to see another Fat Guy Builds video. Today we're doing a Stage 1 upgrade to this Ecoboost Mustang. This is what comes in the box. You have the mount, your two-way sticky tape mount, so these go together to mount it on your dash or window or whatever you're going to do. Carrying case, USB cable, your OBD connector that actually does everything, the box. You get two different faceplates, a gray and a black. I chose the black. And then a little instruction manual. And the best part, you get stickers. Each sticker's 5 horsepower, so we're already up. So now, let's go online and update it. You're going to go to cobbtuning.com/accessport-registration. Once you're on this page, you're going to fill out all this information here. Oh yeah, touchscreen. All this information here, the serial number, email, your name, blah blah blah, what year and everything it is, and then you're going to submit it. Now we're going to do step 1. Download the accessport manager here. That'll open a tab here. You're going to click either OS for Mac garbage, all you Apple garbage people right here, click that. And then all you Windows PC race, click here. Once it downloads, you're going to hit next. Of course, you're going to have to agree to everything. Just put it where it goes. Sure, make a shortcut. And shouldn't take too long. Sure, install. Sure, finish. Now we're going to do the peel. So we're going to peel off this, and then we're going to plug our USB cable into the computer. It's asking if we want to automatically send anonymous usage data to Cobb. Sure, it's not really going to make a difference in this case. And when you plug in the access port, it'll look like that. And it'll open up the manager here, and we're going to update the firmware. So we should just click update here. Begin firmware update. It's this button right here. It's going to check. It's going to do it. So you're going to have to do this periodically. When you already have your car tuned, it's best to uninstall the tune, unmarry it, and then come in the house, update the firmware, and then reinstall the tune, just for compatibility issues. Once it's finished, you'll get this little thing that says it was successful. Now click on step number 2, off-the-shelf maps. Once you type in the year, make, model, all that stuff again, it'll pop up with this list, and we are going to get we're going to download stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and a stock map. Now that you have all the tunes downloaded, I just made a folder on the desktop. We're going to use the accessport manager and put these onto the tuner. Alright, so the issue is, this is an entire map pack, not a single map that I downloaded. So we hit unpack over here, the bottom icon. Then it unpacks every single map. European, SK, which I don't know what that is, and then US. So I'm going to go through now my maps, and I'm going to delete whatever I don't need. Alright, so I went through, deleted everything that isn't required for this car. So anything that said anything else other than US here, anything other that was like a manual transmission, because this is automatic, and then these all say 15. So these are all the ones we're going to keep in for every single one here. We got 15s, AT, US, all the way across. Then it's going to give all this whole list, which we won't know this other stuff because it has to do with the ECU, so we leave it, and when we plug it in the ECU it'll figure it out. Highlight them all, click upload. 16 files, sure. And now they're over here. You don't have to do what I just did, you just have to unpack them, and you can upload all of them, and then when you plug it into the car, it'll pick the correct versions. Or you can do what I did and just have these ones that actually fit the car. Now we're ready to eject it, so you just click here, and now it says access port not connected. Then you go over here, and you can see it's done talking, and now it's safe to unplug it from your computer. You're going to take the USB to OBD2 cable, and there's going to be a plug for the OBD2 in the kick panel on the driver's side. Plug that in. Then plug in the other side into the unit. Just tap the engine button to turn it on. Now there's only there's two options. You can read trouble codes or install. We're going to click install. There's an anti-theft mode, so if you're going to park it at an airport or some crazy shit. Stage 0 is stock. Stage 1. So there's a 93 and a 91. We only got 91 octane here in Phoenix. So we're going to do the 91. Stage 1. Blah, blah, blah. Make sure your battery's good. And now we're just going to let it go. We're going to open the door about every 4 minutes and close it, because for some reason these cars without keys like to go into some kind of shutdown, and then that screws up everything. So just open and close it every 4 minutes or so. As part of stage 1, you want to get some sort of air filter. They haven't really proven that an actual cold air intake really gives you anything but a bunch of noise. So we're just doing a slap-in K&N filter as part of stage 1. You have two clips, one up top, one over here, and then it pegs in down here, so you want to pull down and up, and you take this thing and get all the rats and shit out of it and just throw it away. Slide the new filter in, and then reclose the top. Then, so nobody accidentally throws a filter out, clean the lid. I use Windex. Clean the lid, put this sticker on so nobody accidentally throws it out, because people are dumb. Here's a part number for the spark plugs you're going to need for the stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. It's NGK that's one step colder. You're going to need either a feeler gauge or one of these, and you're going to check the gap, and it should be, for this application, 28 thousandths, and right now these are factory gapped at 40 thousandths. So I'm going to close it up just by banging it on something hard, very lightly, until we get down to 28. To get to the spark plugs, we have to get under this ugly ass cover. So there's an 8mm, 10mm, 8 and 10mm. So you have to run both of them to undo it, and then this will just lift off. You're going to use an 8mm on these 4 bolts here holding down each coil. Use a flathead screwdriver to pop this little piece off of the coil. Then you just lift the coils up, move them out of the way. Now we can get to the spark plug, and the spark plug uses a 5/8 spark plug socket. You're going to need this and an extension to get down there. So the gap on the factory ones seems good. Porcelain's decently heat burnt, and the color doesn't seem very nice. It's a little bit extra black. Then just put a little bit of anti-seize on the threads and then screw it back in. Then take some dielectric boot grease and you're going to rub it on the coil boot. That way they never get stuck, and it should be good. Then you're just going to reposition, wiggle it nice and good, make sure it's seated, and then put your bolt back in and tighten it down. Now we just do the same exact thing to the other 3 cylinders. Once you have all 4 coil packs put back in, then put the engine cover back on. So that's all there is to it. There's your stage 1 upgrade. So you can go ahead and take that. I wouldn't waste your time going on the dyno or anything with stage 1, but it's a good starting point. Next, stage 2 would be doing an intercooler. Stage 3 would be doing the full exhaust. So until those videos, wrench on.